Hi friends, welcome to practice. For today's practice, you're gonna need a blanket and a couple of blocks. We're gonna focus on the back and the spine, a little bit of TLC. Other than that, you don't need anything else apart from yourself and your mat. Whenever you're ready, let's get started. Beautiful. So we're gonna start in a child's pose. I just want you to make sure that you are as comfortable as possible. So a blanket is gonna be a nice thing to have, so you have a little bit of padding under the knees. You're gonna bring the knees as wide as the mat, the big toes to touch. And then your blocks, you're gonna walk them slightly closer to you and bring both of the elbows onto the blocks. And you're gonna slowly drop the chest. Maybe the thumb comes to sit in between your shoulder blades. And then slowly here, just allowing yourself to arrive to your body, to your breath, to your mat. Just slowly getting familiar with the sound of your breath, the speed, the pattern, the depth. Using this fast breath to check in with yourself. Notice how you feel in your body today. Noticing any areas that they might feel slightly tight. And on your next inhale, take a deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. Slowly, you're gonna start making your way to your hands and knees for a cat and cow. So make sure that your wrists and shoulders are aligned, your hips and your knees. You can still leave that blanket under your knees for a little bit of that extra comfort today in the practice. And on the next inhale, you're gonna look forwards, dropping the elbows slightly, dropping the chest, tailbone to the sky. And exhale, round in the back and pressing the ground away. Inhale, looking forwards. And exhale, round back. Two more like this. Inhale. And exhale, round back. One more like this. Inhale. And exhale, round back. Come back to center. On the next inhale, you're going to reach the arm a little bit more towards the sky. And exhale, thread the right arm underneath the left armpit. Your right ear is going to land onto the mat. And let's take 2 breaths here. One more breath. On your next exhale, make your way back. Plant your right hand. We're going to do exactly the same with the other side. Inhale, bringing the left arm towards the sky. And exhale, threading the left arm underneath your right armpit, dropping the left ear onto the mat. Maybe closing your eyes here. 2 more breaths. Beautiful work. On your next exhale, come back to center. Use the breath to inhale. And on the next exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips back, and make your way to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, start pedaling your legs, pedaling your feet, nice and slow, nice and gentle. Just allowing yourself to create the space and length in the spine, the space and length on the breath. One more like this. Keep pressing the ground away with the thumb and the index finger. Wherever you are, keep sending the hips back, bending the knees. Use the hinge at the hip. And on the next exhale, walk your hands all the way back to your feet. You can go ahead and remove the blanket out of the way. And exhale, you're going to bend your knees, grab opposite elbow, forward fold. Noticing the weight in the toes, in the heels. And gently moving side to side, changing the weight to the right, to the left. One more here. On your next inhale, strong legs, strong feet, come all the way up, squeeze the glutes. And bring the hands to the heart center, let it go. Beautiful work. Inhale, bring the hands towards the sky. And exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. On your next exhale, start walking your hands all the way to your downward facing dog. We're going to go into take a couple of rounds of a spinal wave. So on your next inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, and waving the spine all the way forwards to your high plank. Use the exhale to send the hips back, making your way to downward facing dog. Two more like this. Inhale, rippling the spine forwards. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let's meet back in downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. And a long exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. Inhale, waving the spine all the way forwards to high plank. Drop your knees, bend the elbows, and meet me onto your belly. We're going to go into oscillating cobra. Fingertips outside the top corners of the mat. Pressing to the top of the feet. Create a nice, stable base with your fingertips. On your next inhale, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the shoulder blades, and rise up. And exhale, let it go. Two more like this. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. One more inhale, rise up. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. From here, bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press away and make your way to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, take a deep inhale. And a long exhale, let it go. We're going to walk the feet all the way to your hands. Once you get there, bend your knees, forward fold. Let go of the head and the neck. Notice the availability of the fold. Keep sending the hips back. Two more breaths in here. One more breath. Beautiful work. From here, go ahead and grab your blocks. So you're going to place the block somewhere around here on the mat. And again, think about your feet are going to be hip width distance apart, sending the hips back, bending the knees. On the next inhale, you're going to look forwards, widening the collarbones, keep sending the hips back. And exhale, straightening the legs, forward fold. Two more like this. Inhale, look forwards, bend the knees. And exhale, forward fold, let it go. Two more, inhale. And exhale, let it go. One last round here. Inhale, look forward, keep sending the hips back. And exhale, let it go. On your next exhale, bend your knees, remove the blocks. And use the strength of your legs, of your feet, come all the way up, squeeze the glutes in. Bring the hands to the heart center. Beautiful. From here, we're going to send the left leg behind you. You're going to straighten in your left arm and grab your left wrist with your right hand. Just thinking about the nice stretch from the left side of the body. You can bend your right knee slightly. Imagine like a courtesy shape. One more breath. Here, notice the space that we're creating in the right side of the ribs. One more breath and exhale, let it go. Changing the legs now, sending the right arm behind you. Right arm straightens and left hand grabs the right wrist. 2 more breaths in this space. Gentle bend in the left knee. Use the right big toe to create a little bit more of grounding in the shape. 1 more breath. And exhale, come back to center, let it go. Inhale, bring the hands towards the sky. And exhale, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, use a flat back, lengthening a little bit more. And exhale, make your way to a seated position. Beautiful work. So from your seated position, you're gonna go ahead and grab your blocks. So from here, you're gonna take a couple of blocks and just put them somewhere around here. Your right shin is gonna come forwards, the left shin is gonna come back. So we're gonna go into Sukhasana shape. So from your Sukhasana shape, you're gonna inhale, bring the hands towards the sky. And exhale, fold down. Maybe the forearms rest on the blocks. A couple of breaths here and feel the availability for you to kind of modify the intensity of the pose. So maybe you need a little bit more of height, you need a little bit less. Whatever you are thinking about, that space that we're creating in the lower back, the stretch in your right glute, in your right thigh, your right hamstring, your right side of the hip. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. On your next exhale, let it go. Same shape, we're just gonna change the legs. So whenever you're ready, this time it's going to be your left shin forwards. Maybe dropping the forearms, maybe elbows onto those blocks. And now notice the shift. Notice the softness in the right side versus that very tight space. At least it feels quite tight for me in the left side. 2 more breaths here. Let go of the head and the neck. Noticing the surrendering quality of the pose, the surrendering quality of the breath. One more breath here. And on your next exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. Just make sure that you have at least one blocks nearby, one of the blocks that you have them somewhere nearby. And we're gonna start making our ways to our back. I'm just sorting out my mic because, hey, you know these things what happens all the time. So start making your way to your backs. We're gonna get there. So once you made your way to your lower back, we're gonna go into a bridge pose. So we're gonna take a slightly different way of the bridge pose today. So but wherever you go, bring the heels as close to the bum as possible. Make sure that your feet are hip width distance apart. You're gonna straighten in the arms, press the palms onto the mat. And at the same time, the lifting the hips, you're gonna send the arms overhead. So take an inhale here. And exhale, let it go. On your next inhale, dig the heels onto the ground, lifting the hips and the arms behind you. And use the full length of the exhale to come all the way down. You carry on with the arms. Inhale, squeeze in the glutes, lift the hips. And exhale, let it go. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift and elevate. Think about your knees want to go forwards. Imagine that you can make your femur slightly longer. And exhale, let it go. 1 more like this. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, let it go. Beautiful work. Let it go, let it go, let it go. So From here, you're gonna bring your knees onto the mat. Keep a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of the rocking side to side. Beautiful work. One more in this pose. So now this is where you're gonna grab that block. And exactly the same, baseline is gonna be your bridge pose, but we're gonna go into support the bridge pose. So you're gonna bring one of the blocks to sit underneath your tailbone. Make sure that it's not in the lower back, it's supporting your hips. You should feel feel a nice stable space for your hips. You can bring the hands to the hips or to your belly. And slowly, slowly start getting familiar with the breath here. Maybe noticing your belly rising and everything softening down. Noticing the gentle elevation of the hips versus your shoulders. Notice the support, the grounding from your heels. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. On your next exhale, let it go. You can leave the hips, just set the block aside. We're gonna go into a recline pigeon pose. So bring your right ankle to rest on top of the left knee. Maybe you're gonna catch hold of the left leg. Just letting the left foot, left leg be floppy. Just noticing the opening in your right side of the hip, in your right glute. If you suffer from sciatica or specifically lower back pain, this is gonna feel so good. I used to do this all the time when I had my little back injury, so I kind of like this a lot. 2 more breaths here. One more breath. On your next exhale, letting the legs be as they are. Dropping both to the left side for a supine twist. And normally, I don't really tell you what to do with the arms because I do like to give you a little bit of freedom in this pose, but I kind of like to rest my hands onto the belly, but you can always bring into a T position or cactus, whatever feels a good space to be. I always like to have my hands on my belly for some reason. Noticing the space in the right hip, in the right side of the ribs. Two more breaths here. One more breath. On your next exhale, come back to center. We're gonna go ahead and change the leg, so left ankle on top of your right knee. Maybe catch hold of the back of your right leg. Soft here. You shouldn't feel almost any effort into this pose. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Exhale, let it go and twist towards the right. If this twist somehow feels quite a lot, you get it. You can always support yourself with a block, just letting that left foot land on a block. If you have a bolster near you, you can always support yourself with a bolster here. Feels quite good. Noticing again the space in the left hip. 2 more breaths. One more breath. On your next exhale, come back to center. Do anything else you need to do at this point. Maybe knees towards the chest. We're gonna start making our way to the last pose of today's Shavasana. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and straighten the legs, palms facing upwards. Remember you have a blanket here, you can always bring it under the head. That's kind of my preference normally. Straightening the arms, palms facing upwards, just letting the legs tilt slightly up. We're gonna take 5 more breaths together here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and let it go. Two more. Let it go. Please feel free to stay in this Shavasana as much as you need it. This is where I'm going to leave you. But again, allow yourself to stay here. If you're in the comfort of your home, just allow yourself to enjoy this peaceful closing of the class. Well done for making the space for yourself, for making the space for your practice. Well done for starting somewhere today. Thank you so much for practicing with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.